Chase and my partner is George, and this is our CS122A final project. And for our project we did a smart sprinkler system, and for our components we are using a Adafruit 3.5 inch LED LCD screen. We are using two Atmega's 1284s. I am using an Atmega 328 Arduino, and then I'm using a Bluetooth module. I'm also using a digital temperature and humidity sensor, and then I am using two MOSFET transistors to control the solenoids that I'm going to explain right now. I'm using two diodes to prevent current from going into my microcontroller. I'm using UART to communicate from the receiver microcontroller to the master microcontroller, and then I'm also using UART to communicate with my Arduino that's communicating with the UART to my Bluetooth module. I am also using SPI to communicate from my master microcontroller to my screen. Using two solenoids to control the water flow from my garden hose line to my sprinkler lines, and that is hooked up to a flow sensor that can measure the amount of flow that is going through my system. I'm using two of those. And then at the end of it, just a regular sprinkler line hooking up to my sprinkler. I have two sprinklers for my system. We are using that Bluetooth module, and it connects to the Bluetooth sensor, and we send commands via a terminal for different operations that we want to perform, similar to a command line on a computer. Now 64 degrees with 90% humidity, so that's about the temperature out here around 10:30, 10:42 in the morning. Feature, I'm gonna send a command, set time, and I have a colon and the hour I want, and a colon on the minutes I want. So you can look on it right now. The current time on it, it says that it is 2:46. I'm gonna send the command. The new time is 10:36. So the run time has been set to 1. Now I'm gonna turn that line on. And as you can see here, it says line 1 is on, 0 minutes remaining, meaning that we have seconds left because I only set it for 1 minute. So it should be, it's not actually a minute. I have it set to more like 30 seconds. It's like to a minute, but we can change that. And there you go, it's on. It says line 1 is on when I turned it on, and then I also get a notification when it turned off, so line off. Line 1 is on. Demo the line turning on, so I'm gonna send the command through my phone telling line 2 to turn on. So line 2 is the one on my right. So you see it turns on, it's spraying, and then I get a signal on my phone saying that the line is on, and I can turn it off with the same command, line off on 2. Line turns off, and I get a signal command on my phone saying that the line has turned off. And we'll do the same for line 1. So say line 1, turn it on, send it, then we look over here. It's indeed spraying, and I can go ahead also and turn it off. And then on the device itself, we have we get signals of stuff is going on. So when I turn it on, I'll go ahead and turn on line 2 on. We get something display on it. Say line 2 is on, and the number of minutes remaining on it. And then we have our error checking. And then if we turn on line 1 as well, line 1, we also get another message on that line's remaining time, and that will continue to take until the time ends. I'm gonna set the start time of line 1 to be at 10:42, so I want to send the command. And we look here. The current time on it is 10:41. I just changed it right now to turn on 10:42. So you can see it's just turned on right now. And once again, it's to just run for that minute. It should run for a minute, and I can still turn on the other lines while I'm doing that. Turning on line 2. And line 2 is running at its own rate. I can turn off line 2. No, it doesn't affect line 1 whatsoever. The command, I set it with my phone, and now let's wait for line 1 to turn off. So it's still set on that 1 minute runtime. And anytime it turns on, it only runs for the allotted time, even if it's on manual mode or if it's on the schedule mode. And let's take a look on the screen right now. So you see, nothing's coming up. It just turned off. Is the new time. I'm gonna demo the smart water feature. You can see here that the cap is indeed taken off. And then over here on the right one, we still have the cap on. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the right one on first, and then I'm gonna turn on the left one. And the left one should turn off. Turn mine on. So that one's on, and then we're gonna turn on the left one. So it's not on yet. I'm gonna turn the signal in a matter of seconds. So it turns on, and it turns off right away. Just give it enough time to the sensor to sample the water rate. And if we look on our display, we see that it tells us you have an error on line 1. Check flow. And then on my device, I have error on line 1, and then it automatically turns it off. We also have the current humidity and the current temperature. The humidity, if the humidity is ever over 50, the line should turn off. So I'm gonna blow into the sensor to increase the humidity, and the line should turn off. So as long as the humidity is high, it won't turn on, and you can see that it's at 99%, but it should turn down once the sensor refreshes itself. So it's running right now. I'm gonna take off the lid off the sprinkler. Hopefully I don't get wet, and we can demo that it will turn off the sprinkler line. I'm doing line on too. So I'm gonna do it once again. Make sure to show that nobody's touching anything. My phone is in my pocket.